Good morning, good afternoon, good night with all the friends from Earth. One more time, this video, part of videos that you can find in my YouTube channel, where you can find me as Daniel V.I.V.E. I am trying to develop the 7 codes of the Andes for living with awareness, so waking up the consciousness. So I'm still with the code number 1, exist, or causa in the local language. This is the second part, and maybe it's going to be a third one, or go straight to the next one. Remember, you can find these videos in the YouTube channel. Just look at them at any time. In the first one, in the first part of this video, I was trying to ask you even to take a piece of paper and take a pen and write what you think about yourself, either the good and the bad things. For the bad things, I was even trying to give you a cue about all the masks that you are using to show you to the society because you don't want to be hurt by them, or all the actions that we do, all the shooting that we do in order to try to cover the pain that we have. Actions, addictions, omissions, and whatever at the end costs you any trouble. Because if you are doing things and you don't get any trouble, absolutely nothing, everything is okay with you, with the society, with the family, with the friends, there is no price to pay, it's okay. But if you are generating actions that they are causing you troubles, and you lost already, or you could lose eventually, people, money, persons, time, whatever, that it's time to change your reality. So once you have this, if you haven't seen the other video, stop right here, write the good and bad things that you think about yourself, stop the video and come back after you're done. Once you're done, once you have that paper, I'm going to ask you, you burn that piece of paper, because whatever you think you are, that is not reality. Whatever you think you are is just a reflection of the society. Your parents, your carers, the people who look after you, the people who taught you things, the teachers, the priests, depending on the society where you grow, normally treat us like animals. They trained us, prizing us with a cookie, with a sweet, with a kiss, with a word, with thumbs up, when they got to make us what they wanted. They prize us when we did what they wanted we do. But if we fail, if we did something different that they pretended, they punish us with indifference, with negativity, telling us that we are not good enough, telling us that there are some people who are better than we, and all these reflections, all these things that we were taught, eventually make us what we are. But be sure about something. If I ask you, your father, your mother, friend, your son, a neighbor, that describe me about who you are and how you are, they are going to give me, each of them, a completely different version, because they are not going to describe yourself. They are going to describe their own version of yourself. So never ever they are going to tell me the real stuff. Just relative concepts that they have about you. And the same is going to happen with you. If you tell me that you are good in something or bad in something, which is what you did in a piece of paper, it's just the way you think you are. It's just your own version of the story. But let me tell you something very simple. Something that people discover after many years trying to. People who are trying to look for themselves. Who I am? Who are you? I don't have the answer. And it doesn't take years. It takes seconds. You are you. You are who you are. And you were the same 10 years ago, and you will be the same in 10 more years, because your essence, what you are, it's just you and nothing else. Of course, the mental state, the mental program that you got 10 years ago or in 10 years, that's going to make you act in certain ways. And those actions are going to be led by emotions, by feelings, and those are going to be led by thoughts. So if you want to change a pattern, you have to change the thought patterns. Action patterns are changed through thought patterns. What do you have to do for that? Discover that you are you and understand that the people who taught you things, especially your parents or whoever played that role, grandpa, uncles, society, whatever, whoever had that role in your life, they always loved you. That's what I want you to comprehend tonight. They loved you. Even when sometimes you misinterpret their actions, even when many times they did wrong things, you have to understand that they did it because they loved you. Sometimes because this unconditional love. Sometimes they themselves were taught by other people. So sometimes they try to live through you. Sometimes they try to do things that they couldn't do when they were children. Sometimes they pretend that you did something that they wanted to do. Sometimes they pretend you be what they couldn't be in their own time, but always with love. Let's be honest. These guys, the people who look after you, if they are still alive, they would give your life for you. And you know inside of you that if they are not alive now, they would give their lives for you because they loved you. They didn't know how to show you the love. It's true, many of them. They hurt us, many of them, but not because they were bad people, not because they were evil, not because they wanted to create trauma. Many times that was the way we understood their actions, and sometimes was the actions they just learned from somebody else. But once you know that your parents loved you, the most important thing, by extension, is that you love yourself. I want tonight that you comprehend that you love yourself, and I can prove you. If you wouldn't love yourself, you would let you die. You wouldn't do absolutely anything to feel better. Even with addictions, even with actions, or even with things that you don't do right now, you are trying to protect yourself because you love yourself too much, unconditionally. And because you are feeling that pain, sometimes you try to cover that pain with something. But you don't know better. But you don't know other way. That's why it is important now, next time that you feel the need to cover pain, to wear a mask in the society, to cover the pain with an addiction, with an action that causes you troubles at the end, I want you to stop. I want you to take 30 seconds, breathe deeply 3 times, and repeat, my parents loved me, I love myself, and whatever happened, it was led by love. And because that, I'm not going to react this time. It's not going to be instinct this time. It's going to be a logic answer. I'm going to protect myself with an action that is not going to cause troubles to myself, and it's not going to cause troubles to my society. It's not going to cause troubles to my country. It's not going to cause troubles to my humankind. Because I love myself, because my parents loved me, I love, by extension, to the society, to the world, to the humankind, to the universe, to the world. And because that love, that's the huge energy, the most important energy that we have as human beings to create things. So now you know you love yourself. It is important, and this is written in all the religious books, Kabbalah, the Bible. There is expressed in many myths and legends from the Andean people as well. When God tells you, go away, because I'm going to destroy this place. Please don't look backwards. And because the noise and because the temptation, you immediately look backwards and you become a pile of salt. And you become a pile of rock. This is a message of the ancient cultures trying to tell you something simple. The day you start looking backwards, that is as far as you are going to get. You are done in life. Modern psychology calls this depression. Because you are judging, because you are looking, because you are observing something that you shouldn't. Because it's past. Because it's done. And there is nothing you can do about it. And even if you would get a time machine, if you would go backwards 10 years ago, a year ago, 20 years ago, and you would face to the same situation, with the same people, with the same knowledge that you had at that time, you would repeat absolutely 100% the same thing you did, the same reaction. Because you didn't have another one. You didn't have another chance. You have to forgive yourself. What you've done, it's done. And it was necessary for you, for learning. It was necessary for you, for being what you are right now. You cannot change things, and you don't have to change things, and you couldn't done things before because you did what it had to be done in its own time, in that space, in that reality. Forget about that. It's forbidden to look backwards. The only way where you can see, it's forward. And even not with anxiety, because we don't know how far we are going in this reality. You have the now, the power of today. That's the only thing you have to appreciate it as a person in the universe. What it's done, make you what you are. What you are going to do, it's going to be dictated by the logic, by the reason, by the thinking, by changing your mental patterns. They are mental patterns that we've been taught. Imagine you are hardwired. Imagine you are just you, your essence, your soul. You can call it in many ways, your energy. You are a being of love. Energy, and you're as pure as you were at the beginning. The mental program make you act in certain ways. So you can reset, you can delete, you can add, you can actualize, you can do whatever you want. You can create your own destiny, because whatever you do from today on, it's going to be dictated by you. And it's true. There are many things that are going to happen that they are not under your control. It's okay. Let them go. Let them come. The only thing you can control is your way to see things happening outside. The only thing you can control is your mental pattern. The only thing you can change is yourself. Once you change yourself, you can change the world. Now that you know who you are, I want you to promise yourself. Now that you know that you are a loved being, I want you to promise to yourself that you are going to create your own reality from today on. That there is not going to be more excuses. That you are going to create your own reality in the energy up here, thoughts. They will take you eventually to create it and recreate it, all the reality that you want for yourself. With the power of love, with the energy of love. Because your parents love you, because you love yourself, and now you're ready to share that love with humankind. Have a good time, a good week. I'll be back with more videos about it. Subscribe if you think this is a good video. Don't forget to let me comments down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good night.